Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com. I want to talk a little bit about what we can look forward to in 2017 in the investment market in Oklahoma City. You know, we have the same problem everybody has across the country in good markets, which is fairly low inventory. That's number one. Rising prices is number two. And so these are very, very hard things for us to work with. And you know, sometimes prices go up higher than rents. And then investments don't make sense at that point because the return on investment maybe is a 6% cap rate, which if you're an individual, that's not something really that you're going to get too excited about. It's not something that I get excited about. And so we have to work extremely hard to try to find things that are really, really good in value, or maybe something where we can get a higher rent. So just a couple of things to really talk about what we're going to be doing next year. We're going to be doing a whole lot more American Disabilities Act homes that are set up for seniors or set up for people that are handicapped. In fact, you know, the way that we've evaluated this, we're going to be doing this anyway in our normal neighborhoods. And when I say normal neighborhoods, not a specific senior housing over 55 age declared community, which are popping up in various places here in Oklahoma City now. But what we're doing is we're doing that to expand the rental pool, and we're doing that because we can get higher rents because of the lack of the amount of ADA compliant homes that are out there. And so that's going to be a real change that we do next year because we've seen the rents go higher because of that supply and demand issue. Now, also, we're looking at doing some senior housing. So we are looking, and we do have some land. We're now putting together some programs for age-declared communities, which we also think is a very, very strong growth market. Now, we're also going to continue on with our multifamily program, and it's going to be primarily twofold. So in other words, we're going to be doing duplexes. And the reason why we do duplexes is because once you go beyond 2 homes, you get into what's called fire suppression and fire suppression monitoring. That's very, very difficult when you're building a 3-plex or a 4-plex. It's almost better to build 2 duplexes because it keeps the cost down, and that makes your return a whole lot better. We're going to do a lot of more duplexes because the land increase that we're seeing at this point, where if we put 2 rental properties on one, that we can cut the land cost in half. We're doing them in unique locations. We have 1 left on a golf course in Yukon, Oklahoma. We have 4 in the Midwest City area that serves Tinker Air Force Base that we're going to be starting construction in the next 30 days on. So expect more duplexes from us. Now, the other thing that we've done is starting to build more smaller multifamily. In other words, we're not trying to build, you know, a $10 million, a $20 million apartment complex with 250 units. One that we have going right now to close before the end of the year is a townhome project in 4 and 5-plex units, some in 1 3-plex, where we're building 17 units. I have another one where we're going to get started. We're going to do 22 units. And these are roughly your fulcrum point of about $2 million. What's really exciting about those, this really appeals to the millennial generation that do not have household formation yet, so they don't necessarily want to be in a family neighborhood, not necessarily school driven. On the other hand, they may not want to be in a very large apartment complex, which these kind of high-end apartment complexes are extremely expensive. So in other words, we can actually give them better rent, a little bit more personalization, a modern design, a little bit more privacy. So expect more of us in terms of doing that type of smaller multifamily because we can find the land for that. That land also is at a very, very good price, and so we can do this roughly plus or minus around the $2 million area. So if you're interested in doing a commercial loan, one loan for 17 to 22 homes, for instance, or rental units, we can do that for you also. So we're very excited about that. This adds to our normal single-family neighborhoods. We'll have about 7 different communities for you next year. We are going to do something really special, that our model homes are not just for sale, they're also for lease. So when somebody comes in and says, I love this neighborhood, you know, but I can't buy right now, we'll say, look, we have a house under construction, be ready in 60 days. We'll be more than happy to rent it, and then we'll get the investor to go ahead and buy it for you. So we know that works, and we're going to do it on a more extensive scale. Really excited about what we're doing in 2017. We put a lot of time, We put a lot of effort into this. We have a full team for this. So expect a lot of good investment properties from the virtual real estate team in 2017. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.